What up, y'all? It's Prince Jonathan coming back to you. Oh man, I'm in sunny Las Vegas right now, and it's a blistering 103 degrees outside. So we're gonna make this a little quick because I don't want my phone to burn up. Oh man, I haven't been this hot in a long time, but I'm actually at my grandparents' house, and I wanted to come to you guys, and something kind of came up while I was visiting with a friend. And we went to the gym, got it in this morning. You know, I got my lift in, and we're doing leg day, so it's always fun to do leg day with somebody else. And I was talking to him, and the thing that kind of kept coming up was risk. And what I mean is, like, are you willing to risk to get what you want? And I realized today, I went on my walk today, that everybody risks. Every moment that you wake up, every day you wake up, that's an opportunity for you to risk. And it actually is a risk for you to even get up. Sorry about that. It's even a risk for you to actually get up in the morning, because you're gonna have to move, and nothing is promised. Nothing. You could get up, fall, break your ankle right away. That's a risk of getting out the bed. You could be driving to work and you take the same commute every day and you spill coffee on yourself that day because there's a pothole that you always avoid, and that time you didn't. That's a risk of driving on that road. You could own a dog and be walking the dog, and the dog just decides to go crazy that one day. There's a risk owning an animal, especially because you don't have full control of its mind. So what am I saying? Risk is something we always try to mitigate, which makes sense, but risk is also something we run from. I ran from risk a lot. Oh man, when I first came out to LA, I was like, oh, I'm about to be an actor. I'm about to get it in. I'm about to do everything. Let's go. I'm not afraid of nothing. And then the more I was out here, I realized, oh, I gotta do what? Ooh, I might not be able to pay for what now? Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta go to this audition and then come back to work, but you don't really want me to go. So like, I never wanted to risk the job that I have. There are some actors out there, and they finally made it. They will drop whatever because they know their vision is so big, it's bigger than that pizza job that they had. It's bigger than their little retail job. It's bigger, and they'll risk it all for it. For an audition, by the way. Actors have extreme risk that they'll go through. And in my life, where I'm seeing right now, where I'm like, all right, we need to take the risks now. It no longer playing it safe is gonna work, because there's really nothing to do in safety. Be real with yourself. In safety, there's not much movement. Everything becomes the same. You become normal. And normal is actually more dangerous, because that means one day you could wake up in the morning and realize your life is not what you wanted it to be, and it could feel like it's too late because you never took the risks. I'm seeing that right now. So it's a risk for me to come on a camera, to talk every day and speak life into people, and feel like, oh, am I a hypocrite? Am I like, it's a risk, because I could not hit you the right way, you know? It's a risk. What I noticed coming on vacation in the middle of 75 hard, in the middle of even these speeches, I'm risking losing it all because I want to go on a family vacation. But what do I do to mitigate my risk? Obviously, I set up my food. I brought my blender here. I bring my camera equipment so that I can film. I did things, but there's still you need to get up and do it. My grandparents do not have good cellular area in this area. They don't even have Wi-Fi, so before you ask that, they are the last known humans on the planet with no Wi-Fi. My brother and I have our phones, and we're just like, what is the phone used for now? I don't understand it. So anyway, sorry, that's a tangent. The risk in doing that means I need to take my car and drive to Starbucks and get it done. What I'm finding in risk, and why we're afraid of it, is actually the work it takes to get something done after it happens. So now you're like, I'm gung-ho, I want to go after my dreams. I know I'm gonna risk something. I know I'm gonna have to sacrifice something. I know I'm gonna have to give something more to get this dream that's bigger than me there. That takes the work. And even in the risk, even though you may not get what you want, you're gonna set yourself up much better than if you never ever did it. Not taking the risk actually pushes you further back away from how far and what you can do. Not taking the risk means you're gonna waste your time, waste time on life. and not taking a risk, you're gonna wake up with regret and resentment. So what is it you want? Do you want a life of just normalcy, or do you want a life that's big, bold, that is expression of you, that is your most authentic self? Because I can tell you right now, being authentic is a risk because you have to be vulnerable. You have to be vulnerable. And being vulnerable, and I can speak only for myself, is my biggest risk in life. Because I have to be open. I have to be willing to accept the fact that I might get wounded. Willing to accept the fact that maybe I'll get hurt. But also willing to accept the fact that I can do anything that I put my mind to. I can do that. My phone might be frying right now because it's so hot. But I want to leave you with that point. You have to be vulnerable to take risks. And that's the only way that's really going to truly work for you. Look at your life right now. Look at everything you want. Are you putting on a mask right now, or are you truly being vulnerable? Are you accepting that things are not inside your control and you can only control exactly what you can control, which is yourself? Or are you trying to control everything around you so that you can hold it nice and tight? What's your life look like? Don't be like me, where I feel like I wasted 10 years of my life because I wasn't being vulnerable. I was scared to risk anything for my dreams. And I was scared to step into who I'm supposed to be. That led to pain. That led to me acting out. That led to even me acting on feelings I should not have acted on. And now I see my errors and my wrongs, and I'm like, yeah, it was because you wanted to be normal. It's because you were afraid to risk it. Look at the people that have risked everything. Look at the steps they took. That wasn't luck. They prepared for it. They worked hard. They prepared and worked hard even more than the average person because they didn't want to be average anymore. So taking risks, being vulnerable, leads you to a life of greatness, not average. Stop being mediocre. Be great, because I know it's inside of you. You have everything inside of you to be great. Everything inside of you to be vulnerable. Everything inside of you to step into your dreams. It will not be easy. So if you came to me asking will it be easy to risk? No, because you're going to put yourself out there. You're going to do everything you can up until that point, and then you're going to step. And you're going to trust that either God's got you, or maybe you still need to learn. Maybe you still have some stuff that needs to be dealt with. But don't be afraid to get to that point and step into it. Because you're going to go a lot further just with that little step, even no matter which way it goes, than if you stayed back and said, I don't want to risk anything. I'm afraid to get out of this comfort zone. So I'm challenging you to risk for your dreams, risk for love, and risk to be vulnerable. To be vulnerable. You got this. I believe in you and I love you as always. Get out there, dominate the day, y'all. So hot.